All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the final session and the last session, which shows the last principle in starting profitably and succeeding significantly in any business you choose to start. And we've been talking about the 7 inevitable success code that help you start smartly and profitably in any kind of endeavor, even though you have not done business before. And the last principle here is very simple, and which is going to be to test, to tweak, and to repeat. To do what? You test, you tweak, and you repeat. Now, what does that really mean? You can learn very ugly and in a very ugly way, but then you can also upgrade within your learning. So you can learn, you can launch in an ugly form, but learn very fast and scale very what? With a lot of improvement. So you can improve publicly, you can learn in an ugly fashion in your tests and whatever, you can get all the backlash and the rest of them, but then you learn fast and you retweak, and then what happens? You now deliver like a pro. Like one guy that sold an offer for 200K with a Google Doc. So when he got the feedback and everything, how was the feedback, this was this and that. And what happens? He put together all those feedback and improvement, create an improved version, which is a master version, and then sold the offer, launched it as a full offer for 500K within 90 days. So you can see it. So he started very roughly. You understand? Gathered improvement. Now all the scars became badges of honor, right? Like that. And then he became a master that delivered what? Exclusively. So look at what you should do. You build, you test, you measure, and you refine. You build, you test, you measure, and refine. It's called the MVP loop. The most, valuable product protocol, right? The most valuable product protocol, right? I call it the MVP loop. You build, you test, what happens, you measure, and then you refine. So when you're building, it's just you build to know, validating your offer, and then to put out the trial version. You test it with real clients so that you can get real feedback. And then what happens? You measure, how successful have I been? And then you refine it. When you refine it, then you can now go to the market with full chest and sell confidently. And sell what? Confidently. So, but then how do you achieve that? The 3 questions you have to ask yourself is this, right? What will I offer? Who will test it? And how will I measure it? So once you know what you're going to offer, and you know who you're going to test your offer with, and you have metrics that is going to prove what you're selling, what happens is that you'll be able to get a master version of the trial version. So that way you become much more confident to be able to do it. So, and that's why you find some people will first of all teach via WhatsApp. When they teach via WhatsApp, they teach one time low entry cost, 1,000 naira, 2,000 naira, 3,000 naira. They teach via WhatsApp, and then like that. And they teach it frequently. They teach it batch 1, batch 2, batch 3. The next thing, when they have done it for like 6 months like that, they have WhatsApp and gotten testimony from batch 1. By the time you are doing batch 4, those in batch 1 would have testimonies, and batch 2, like that. You showcase them in batch 5 and batch 6. And after batch 6, when you get to batch 7, find the person, launch it as what? As a course. He's gathered up enough to be able to upgrade the full offer. Now he can now launch full stack, and then you find out that how did this person started yesterday and he's so successful and all that. So it's not magic. It's because there's a structure, there's a system, and it's been able to brilliantly follow it to be able to get to that particular level. So with these 7 clear principles, I can tell you for sure that you are not going to be wasting your resources, right? You're going to be able to confidently start and learn on the journey, right? While that happens, you learn fast, you reiterate, and then you'll be able to confidently come out, right? It's step-by-step guide. All these things, by the time you put them together and you put them in a template and you're able to integrate them together as a business model and structure, while you are starting, you will not be starting green. You'll be starting like an expert. And then when you launch, your success curve is going to be leaner and shorter than the person that is starting ignorantly. There's nothing that you approach with limited skill that succeeds. Like I said it, there are three things that will embarrass you in the face of a big opportunity: ignorance, irresponsibility, and incompetence. And that's the reason why I've invested time to be able to equip you with the necessary details that you require even before you jump out. So this is like looking before you leap so that you can have a good jump and land in a very comfortable place. So our target is for you to start a profitable business with economic cost and have a delightsome experience. The delightsome experience is going to come from the experience of your customers and the testimonials that you get. And then not just the transformation that happens to your customer. Of course, we want to see your impact, we want to see your influence, we want to see your income. And that's the essence of doing. You are satisfied doing what you're doing with what you have in the way that you should, changing the lives of other people. So, in conclusion, this is what will happen. What is it that is going to happen if you don't start this way? This is what's going to happen if you don't start this way. You're going to waste your money. You will never start. And when you start, you're going to be doing trial and error. You will not stop fantasizing and hating those that are doing very well, not as smart as you are, but doing fantastically well. You'll not stop being jealous. You'll not stop being, like that. But then you can start well and you can get the best out of everything that you're doing. So, I don't know how this has been for you. If there are questions, just drop them in the comment box and I will be able to attend to every single one of them. So, that's all. You have it. No more trial and error. No more wasted money. No more building in silence. You build comfortably. So, you can take this one of the principle per week. And in the next 7 weeks, if that's too much for you, so that you can take your time and get them right, and then what? You can. And another person can take it in the next 7 days. Another person can take it in the next 14 days. Another person can take it in the next 21 days. And I can tell you, at most, in the next 90 days, you can perfect these 7 principles and you can launch out confidently, and you can be rest assured that this is a no-fail proof solution system for anyone intending to start up anything. So you can easily launch your offer, grow, have loyal clients, and monetize without a lot of hassles. So it's been a wonderful time sharing with you in this Smart Startup Success Code. And this is the formula in which the top 1% used to be able to scale, to be able to succeed and do whatever it is that you have to do, and do it in a way that their success becomes a model for others. So thank you very much for joining me on these sessions, and I'll see you again when we